Hey friends, we missed you all in November with the garden tour, but there were a lot of cold temperatures going on, and we saw the garden looking like this more than once. So, since I couldn't go outdoors and play in the garden, I found a few things to do with myself. One was planning the new garden spaces for next spring and summer, which I want to explain it to you. And two was updating the indoor grow space, which I can't wait to share that with you. Okay, everybody, so check this out. This is my homemade planting guide for the spring and for the summer. And I'm just showing it to you on my computer, nothing fancy here. As a matter of fact, there's nothing about this document that's fancy. I created it in Word, and I just shape things the way that I think they should look, and I place them on the page where I think they should go. This represents grow bags or other type special round planters that I have in the yard. These are open ground areas, and they look like clouds, but to me they represent open ground areas. We have that here, we have that here, we have another one over here. The long rectangular type shapes here represent my my raised garden beds, and these right here represent my green stalks. And I've got a big one there, I've got another big one over here, and I've got a half pint size one right there. These represent trellises, and what I plan to put on them there. So inside I made little notes of what I plan to grow. And so like this arc right here, this trellis will have cucumbers. This trellis over here will have green beans. This trellis states green beans, but I'm not sure yet. This is my newest trellis that I'll show you when we go outside. It's kind of an entryway to the garden. This trellis, I hope to have butternut squash on it. These are tomato stalks or tomato plants. I've got a special little setup I want to do back here. So these will be my tomatoes. In this bed, I want to plant cabbage, turnips, and spinach, and broccoli. And so in the front of, say, cabbage here, I've got a T, which means that it's going to be a transplant. And behind cabbage, it says March. So it's going to be a transplant in March. Okay, same with the broccoli. This will be a transplant, broccoli, and it'll be transplanted in April. You know what? It's probably going to change as the winter goes on and I'm just sitting here in the house twiddling my thumbs, looking for things to do. I'll be weighing this over and over and over again and probably switching some things out. But I also wanted to show you where I get my plant guide from. I'm in Maryland, so the University of Maryland Extension Program has a home and garden information center. They've got these nice charts with all the vegetables on it. And the key here is the yellow is when to plant seeds in the ground, when you can direct sow. The orange or the pink or whatever color this is when to plant seeds indoors. The purple is the transplant, and the green is when you can perhaps expect a harvest. And it's a nice chart because the crops are all down the side, the months go across this way, and the colors are all in the middle here. This one here, let's look at broccoli right here. It shows in red that you should start your seeds indoors. And you can start in February and March indoors. Transplant them out in April. And then you can expect a harvest starting in about mid-May. And it even goes into the summer season. I'll probably tweak it some. There might be some things I want to start a little bit earlier outside depending on what the weather is doing. But this is a great guide. And so let's go back to my weird little plan here. Based upon what I saw on Maryland Extension, I'm trying to follow it here. It should be fun. Ooh wee, now to the good part. This is the latest and the greatest. I purchased an indoor grow tent that will be used during the winter for us to start our seedlings and transplants for outside. But it's a Vivo Sun. I got it from Amazon. This is a 4x4 grow tent. And I am looking forward to getting my hydroponics and everything all set up inside so we can do some things this winter to plan out in the spring. I put this together. I didn't bring you along for it because it was truly a sight to see. Would have been embarrassing for me, actually. Even though it's really easy to put together, let's just be pleasantly surprised here. Voila! Uh-oh, what happened? I never said I was an electrician. Okay, let's try this again. All right, I've unzipped the door and voila! My new indoor grow station for the winter. Isn't that pretty cool, y'all? My family doesn't have to look at it. Normally I have a zillion plants out blocking their entry and exit. Right over here. I take that whole entire area. I move things out the way. And this year, we're going to be in this. A grow tent may not be for everybody, but it's something I want to try. All fun aside, seriousness, y'all, because I'm going to get down to business here. So I want all my plants that go out to be healthy and ready to feed me. I only have one hydroponic system. It has 9 holes in it for planting. Let's see, the grow tent has lots of ducts for adding air conditioning, and I mean, you can make this as elaborate as you want. We're not really going that elaborate. I do have a couple fans. At some point, I'll need fans. I've got this one here, and I've got some holding shelves here, I guess you could call them. And there's more places for air ventilation and ducts here at the bottom. For seed starting, I've had this shelf for about 3 years now, maybe longer. And so I can start seed starting there, and it has its own light system. And then over here, I added this one last year. It's just a 2 shelf. This one's from Gardening Supply. And I got these nice little seed starting kits that were real fun to use, and they did a good job. And I actually showed you last year how they really helped with ventilating the roots of the plants as they started to grow. But this is a nice shelf for starting plants on, and it's lighted as well. So these are my 2 seed starting areas. Moving over here, this is the system where I will have my soil. And so once I start transplanting or potting up, I'll use this area over here for potting up from the seed starting in the hydroponic systems. Now this is another light that is a little bit more powerful. It's small, and I haven't hooked it up yet, so I can't really show you how it works, but you can angle it different ways. It's really neat. It's 2,000 watt, I think. I got this so that once I transplant my plants into nice soil over in this area, they'll have a nice powerful light until I can get them transplanted outside. So there you have it. This is our new indoor grow space. I watch Kim's Cozy Corner, and just really enjoy how she's able to grow things throughout the winter in her basement. And I'm using the space anyway, but at least now it's closed off. And to me, this is a little bit more efficient, and I had the space for it. So it won't be here all year. It's just for a few months out of the year, maybe up until about March, as I get everything all transplanted out, March, April. So that's it. We've got our hydroponic station. We've got our seed starting stations, 2 of those. And then we've got a transplant station so that our plants can grow big and healthy in nice soil until we can transplant them outside. We've got a high-powered or a nicely powered, I'm still learning, we'll see how this goes. We've got a nicely powered light to grow those plants big and strong while they're in here in the grow house. So that's it, y'all. We're getting this thing together. I can't wait to show you. This is Bliss. Go ahead and subscribe.